So we discussed about the git conflict, right?
Yes,
Merge
yes,
conflicts, merging, revert, right? Branching also we discussed,
yes, yes,
right? Yeah. So today what we will discuss. So we'll discuss about the revert we already know how to revert the changes we already know, right? So today we'll discuss about the git pull and git fetch we already discussed. Yeah. Git stashing. So what is stashing? So something like so to stash or move back files from the staging area to working directory, we can use the git stash. Okay, we can. So for example, you moved this index.html and home page.py to the staging area. I want to revert from staging area to working directory. So what is the command? Git stash. The command is git stash. So we want to revert from staging to working directory. So we want to revert from changes to staging area to working directory. So we can use the git stash. Stash or move back files from staging area to working area. To stash all files present in staging area to tracker section, you can use git stash -u. Okay. So to see the list of stashes, you can use the git stash list. To stash latest stash, you can use unstash. So for example, stash, right? That files are from go back to the staging area to untracked section. I want to track again. I want to staging again. Whatever the list of stages we done in the last latest stash, you can use git stash pop. What is the command? Yeah, I will show you. What is that git stash? So for example, I'm adding another file. The file name is stash dash stash.txt. What is the file name? So file name is stash.txt. So that is in the status 456. So that files are in now untracked section. Git status. So what is git status? So something like this file is in untracked file. Now the untracked file, so we can move from untracked to track is nothing but a staging area. How we can move? Git,
git add,
yes, very good. Git add dot or git add stash dot txt. Okay, git status. What is that? The file is in the staging area. The file is in the staging area. I want to move back from staging area to working directory. Now the file is in. Now the file is Now the file is in staging area, right? We did the git add. So now we want to revert from staging area to working directory. Now, so we want to revert from staging area to working directory. So what is the command? Git stash. What is the command? Git stash. Git status. Now you see. So nothing commit. Working tree is clean. So before it is, what is that? So before it is, we need to commit the changes. We need to commit the changes. Once we stash, right? It it go back from a staging area to working directory. Staging area to working directory, right? Git. So I want to revert back that stash. So to see the list of stashes, git stash list. What is that? Git stash list. So, so what is that? So there is a one status. So this is the commit this stash. So I want to revert back this stash. So what is the command? Git stash pop. So untracked again untracked to git stash pop. You see, so this is a new file. It is in the staging area. Now reverted back to the staging area. Understood? Very good. So this is nothing but a git stashing. So git cloning you already know, right? Yeah. So create a new repository. Create a create a new repository on the command line and sync with the remote repository. So we'll discuss this one. So create a new folder or a directory in the local machine. How you can create a new folder? So for example, I want to create a new folder, right? So where your pwd, so ls git or mkdir. I want to create a yeah. I want to create a file, call it as a ds Durgasoft test test. I want to create a ds git 6 guys. So this is the directory. So we are creating a directory called as a ds test 6, right? So we created that directory, but this directory is a repository or a normal directory. So I want to create a new repository on the command line with sync with the remote repository. So create a new folder directory dsgit 6 test 6 we created in the local machine. So something like, what is that? dsgit 6. So create a new empty local repository. How you can create a new local empty repository? How to create a new empty local repository? So by using git init command. What is the command, Dhananjay?
Git init. Git
Yes,
init.
very good. Yeah. So it will initialize the a dot git folder is created and it contains a configuration file. So now this is a empty repository. Sorry, this is a normal directory. I want to initialize this as a lo- local git repository. How you can do it? You can use git init command. Okay. So you see now this is a local repository. How you see? So there is a dot git folder is there. What is there? A dot git folder is there. In the dot git file, all the configuration files are there in the dot git folder. Okay. So these all are the configuration files. So when you initialize the git init, it will initialize a empty git repository because of this is the dot git. If you initialize the git init, it will create a dot git. So that's the reason it is showing as a local repository. Local repository. For example, guys. So ls-la. So what are there? So there is a .git folder. I am trying to remove .git folder. rm-rf dot git. Okay. Now you see. Now you see ls-la. Say it's a empty repository. It's a empty directory now because of a .git. So folder is deleted. So if you initialize the .git, right? The git related all the configuration files will be available under the .git. All the configuration files will be available under the .git. So we remove the .git, then it will be a normal directory. If it is a git, if it is a .git, the .git contains all the git configuration files. So that's the reason this is the local repository. So now we removed the .git, then it is a normal directory. Now I want to again initialize this as a git local repository. What is the command? Git init command. So once you executed that git init, it is initialized a empty git repository. Okay. Now you see, so this is the ds text 6. Okay, so what you can do, you can create a repository. You can create a repository. The repository. So what is the repository is there? DS Git 6 repository is there. Now I want to create a new repository. I want to create a new repository. The repository name is So what is your local repository name? The local repository name is ds test 6. What is that? ds text 6. So I am creating a remote repository. The repository call it as a ds test 6. What is that? ds test 6. Now you see, so this is the ds text 6. So so you want to create a new repository on the command line. How you can create, for example, so you created a repository called as a ds test 6, then git init, and so something like I want to change the branch name. How you can change it? You can change the branch name by using branch -m main. So what is the command? So the command is git branch name. So when you initialize the local git repository, so the branch name is master, but the master branch name is older branch name. What is that? So rename the local branch master. If you want to change from master to main or a future 1 2 3 3, future 2 2 3. So branch git branch hyphen capital M up capital hyphen M is nothing but to change the branch name. So it will rename the master to main. What is that? Hyphen M is nothing but capital M is nothing but to rename the branch. To rename the branch. Okay. So we want to sync with remote as well as a local. So our remote branch is main branch, but our local branch is so master branch, right? So when you link up to So when you create a link between local repository to remote repository, local repository, a default branch contains master, but the remote repository contains the main. But both are different, right? We need to rename the master branch to main branch. How you can use, how you can do? You can do by using git branch -m main. What is the command? Git branch -m, git branch, capital -m. What is that? Main. So we are renaming this from master branch to main branch. Now you see, so it is changed. But how you can check how you can check so this local repository is as a link is the local repository is a link between remote repository. Git remote -v. So is there any link between this ds git 6 and remote git 6? No, right? So we need to create a link between the remote to local to remote. What is the command? Git remote add origin. What is that? Git remote add origin. So your repository name. What is that? Git remote. What is the command? Git remote add. So remote add is nothing but to adding the your git repository URL, remote repository URL to local. Link up with the local to remote. Now let's see git remote -v. So you see, before if you execute the git remote -v, there is no link between the local to remote. But how you can link between the create a new repository on the command line and link and command line and sync with the remote repository. How you can sync with the remote repository? So for example, create a link between local repository and the remote repository. So before link between the remote repository URL, need to create a repository on the GitHub remote repository. Yeah, we created the remote repository. Okay. So then click on the new repo. So created. So ds git 6 is created. Run the below command from the local machine. Git remote add. You are adding a remote repository URL to your local repository. Okay. Send code from local repository to remote repository. How you can send? Git push -u origin main. So let's see. I want to add some files. Right. I want to add some files in the some files here. So what is that? You can use code dot also. It will open the VS Code. Right. It will open the VS Code. Understood? So we already added a dsgit6, but in the dsgit6 there is no file. I'm creating a abc.txt here, and I'm adding another file mno.mnp.txt. Okay, pqr.txt. Okay, these are the three files you added. You added on the repository. Which repository? Main repository. Okay, so on the which repository? ds test 6. Okay, so we need to add, right? So here these are the three files are three files need to add it to the staging area. So what is the command in that terminal? So we need to add all the files in one command. Dhananjay? Yes. Sorry. What is the command? Do you know?
Yes, sir. Add dot. Git
Yes,
add
very good.
dot.
Yeah. So the same way. So here you see, right? So the changes. How many changes we have? Three changes. So we can
Region.
click plus 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 three, or we can click directly changes. It will add it to the. If you see, it will add it to three changes to the staging area. Stage all changes, right? So you can use git add file name or something like a git add dot. This is nothing but a git add dot. It will add all the files. Okay, so then you see if you use the commit, it will commit under. So I will show you this time. Git commit. Okay, so it's still changing now. Yeah, for the first time, what we need to do? So git push origin. What is the command? Git push git push hyphen u origin main. Okay, the for the first time you can remember this one. So next time onwards, what is that? Next time onwards, you can use the below command git push. You can use the below command git push. Understood? Yeah, we need to add the git. So I forgot to add the git commit message. That's the reason it is showing. So I will do um, git bash git stash git stash. You do not have this initial committed. So yeah. Now you see because of the commit message is not added. That's the reason. So publish branch. So now you are pushing. So the command is git push hyphen u origin main. This is action is performing now the git push origin main. Now let's see before nothing is there in the ds test 6. Now if you refresh it, so how many files we added in the local? Dhananjay?
Save file.
Yeah, three files. So we created a directory, and we initialize that directory as a remote so local repository. Then we created a link between from local repository to remote repository. Link between remote repository to local repository. Now you understood?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is nothing but a link between create a link between local repository and a remote repository. So git rebase. So what is git rebase is nothing but yeah, first I will tell you this. So what is a git rebase? This is called as a fast forward merge. This is also one type of git merge. Understood? So this is also one type of git merge where the commits coming from the branch are projected as the topmost commits on the master branch. Okay. For example, I will tell you. So create a few commits on the master branch. What are the commits? A, B. So A, B and git checkout hyphen B text. So we created a branch. We created a branch from the main. We created a branch from the main, and we added the files. We committed the files C and D. Now text branch having CD commits, and the main branch having the AB commits, right? So go back to the master and create a more few more commits. What are those? EF. Now master branch contains how many commits? AB and EF. AB and EF. These commits are a non-linear commits. What is that? So these commits are non-linear commits. I want to, what is that? Now if you see branch master having, what are the commits? A, B, E, F. And test branch, this is, so this is main branch having A, B, E, F. Text branch having
CD.
CD. Okay. So if I merge the code, so if I merge the code from so you can get merge test, right? So if you check out the master, now you are in the master, not master main. So this is also main. So I want to merge the code from text branch to main branch. So what it will show the commits A B A B E F C D, right? But I need a linear format. So what is that format? So linear format is nothing but a B C D E F, right? So I wanted this linear format. Who will do this? This will do the rebase, git rebase. What is that? So if you want a linear commit, you can use the git rebase. Understood, Dhananjay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So how you can do that? Git checkout test. First, you need to go to the test. So what command you need to run? Git rebase main. So you are in the test branch and you are running a git rebase main. So then you can go to the git checkout main. Then git merge test. You are merging a test into main. So that is nothing but a so that is nothing but so it will get the a linear commits. It will get the linear commits. Understood? So this is nothing
Yes.
but a rebase. Rebase also same merger, but what it contains, it will create the a linear commits. It will create a linear commits. A B C D E F. Now the commits are a linear format, but here there is no linear format here, right? Okay, this is nothing but a rebase. So how to add Git projects in the VS Code? We already discussed about the VS Code. How to add Git projects in the Eclipse? So how to create a GitHub repository? How to clone the repository to Eclipse? How to add Eclipse project to the GitHub repository? How to commit, push, pull the changes? Create a GitHub account and sign in. Okay. Start project, create a repository, start Eclipse, go to perspective and Git repository, click add repo. So here it will be very simple. Okay, in the Eclipse. So this is nothing but a Eclipse. So what is this Git fork? What is a Git fork, guys? So here, so this is the what is the so what is your remote repository name? Remote repository name DS test 6. Now, so what is the remote repository name? The remote repository name is DS Git 6, right? This is your remote repository name. For example, so you are the Dhananjay is the user. You cloned, so you don't have a permission to clone the repository and create a merge request. What is that? Merge the merge request. Merge request. So you don't have a permission to create the merge request. How you do that? Something like pull request. So from new pull request. So from your branch, you bring your branch to main branch. You don't have a permission to do this merge in the repository. Then what you can do? Then what you can do? You create a fork repository from this repository. What is that repository? So fork repository, fork the repository. So for example, GitHub. What is my repository? What is my repository? So my repository is so GitHub Hare Krishna Cheruku 866 AWS DevOps material. What is this? My repository is AWS DevOps material. Okay, but you logged in. So this is the repository for the Hare Krishna Cheruku. But so what is the so where you are? You are in the Durga Soft 6. You are not a Hare Krishna 866. So you logged in as a Durga Soft and you want to fork this Hare Krishna's repositories. You want to fork this repository because of you don't have a permission to clone the repository. Okay, what you can do? So you can directly fork the repository. Okay, what is that? If you click the fork repository, so it is asking same name we can use or a different name. So where you can create, it will create a new repository in the Durga Soft 6. It will create a new repository or a fork. Fork is nothing but a copy of the repository. What is that? What is a fork? Copy of the original repository and create a new own repository. Experiment with the changes without affecting the original project. So for example, so without affecting the original project, so what you can do? You can do the experiment. So why you fork? You don't have a right access to the original repo. You don't have a right access to the original repo. You want to submit a pull request for your changes. So you are unable to create the, so you don't have a permission to, so that Hare Krishna Cheruku, so you can fork from your repository into your repository as your repository. Then you can modify the changes. Then you can create a pull request from this branch to, from this repository to that Hare Krishna 6 repository. That Hare Krishna 6 repository. Guys understood? So that is nothing but a forking. So how you can fork a repo? Go to the
So fork
repository,
means
click.
we have created the copy of main
Uh,
repository, and
yes,
that
yes, main.
provide the permission to get full request, full data from the fork
Yeah,
repository.
yes, yes. Because of you don't have a right access to that original repository.
Yes.
Then what you
Yes.
can do? You can fork the repository. Then
Mm.
then what you can do? You can you can you can modify your changes and you can create a MR from this repository to that repository. For example, I will show you. You already croned, right? AWS material. Okay. Let's see if you have a, for example, you are trying to adding a file in this repository, but this repository is from the Hare Krishna Cheruku 866. Okay. Now you are creating a new file. The file is ds test.txt. This is a ds test text file. So committing the changes, commit the changes. So we have a commit a head, something like you want to create a pull request. So new pull request, you see here. So before it is something like if you are trying to create a pull request, so this is within this repository, new pull request. You see, so compare main and base main. So within this repository, but here, so different repository. You see, main, this is Durga Software AWS DevOps Master. and main Hari Krishna Cheruku AWS. So this is merging from different repository, original repository. So creating a pull request. Understood? Here you are creating the pull
Yes.
request from repository to repository. Here you are creating the pull request from within the repository. Understood? Yeah, git revert we already know, right? How to revert the changes from pull request. Go to the
Yes.
pull request and select the revert option. So it will create again the
Yesterday.
pull request and changes will be reverted to the old merge changes. So yesterday we already discussed about the git revert, right? Yeah. So resetting is nothing but a undoing the changes. So we want to undo the changes. Yeah, so here we have a three types of undoing. One is hard reset and soft reset, hard reset, and mixed reset. What is that? Soft, hard, mixed. So what is soft? What is hard? What is mixed? I will tell you. So git reset commit ID. What is that? Git reset commit ID for year. So what is the recent commit? Git log hyphen one line. Git log hyphen one line. So what is that? So this is your commit ID. Okay, this is your commit ID. So what is the command? Git reset commit ID. So moves head to a specific commit, leaving your working directory. Leaving your working directory. So git reset hyphen hard the commit ID. Reset your working directory. Reset your working directory and index ahead to specific to the commit all changes will be lost. So in the hard reset. So mixed reset resets the head and index to a specific commit, but keeps the working directory unchanged. Git reset hyphen soft commit ID resets only the head to a specific commit, leaving the staged changes. What is that? Git reset hyphen soft commit ID. Git reset hyphen soft commit ID. So what is the commit ID? This is the commit ID. Info CD 301. Okay. Git log hyphen one line. Git status. Okay. Because of this is showing. Yeah, it will reset the commit if you use this one. Git restore. So what is the git restore? Restore is the file in the working directory from the index or a commit. It will restore. Git clean -l removes the untracked files in the working directory. Git clean -fd removes the untracked files and directories. Okay. Tags. So what are the tags? So you are working as a testing, right? Dhananjay?
Yes, sir.
You are working as a tester, or something like what you said, I forgot.
No, no. I am a developer technical lead
Okay, very
in the
good, very good.
development.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So now you understood, right? Yeah,
Yes, sir. Yes.
tagging.
I
So
understand.
tagging you already know. So the version 1.0, 2.0, something like, right? So how you can use get a tag list all the tags, get a tag name, get a tag -d tag name, git push origin, git fetch tags. So this is nothing but a git tag is nothing but a list all the tags in the repository. So what are the tags are there in the repository? Let's see. Git, here also we can use it. So what is that? Git git
Tag.
tag. What is that command? The command is git tag. So nothing is there. So I want to create a tag, git tag name. It will create the current commit. So what is the tag name? The tag name is, for example, git tag voice mm, WhatsApp dot 1 point WhatsApp hyphen 1.0 is my tag. Git tag. Yeah, one tag is created. After creating the other changes, right? You can use a git tag WhatsApp 2.0, right? So it will create the tag. So hyphen D delete the tag locally. So git push origin tag pushes the specified tag to the remote repository. Git fetch hyphen tags fetches all the tags from the remote. So in the remote repository, there is no tags. If is there any tags, it will show it. Okay. Yeah. So this is nothing but a tagging. The next one is cherry picking. So what is cherry picking? So for example, this is my gitlab.com. So sign in. So what is a sign in? Sign in is nothing but I want to get the code. Okay. Refresh the page. Yeah. So this is my, what is this? Dhananjay, what this is?
GitLab.
Yeah. The same way, GitHub, GitLab, all are same, something like. So what are the repositories? Let's check the. So this is my repository. The repository name is artifacts demo. Artifacts demo. Or else you want to create a new repository. So here, right? Go to here. Yeah, we have a project sys and so here click assign close to. These are the branches. These are the to-do list projects. So click the project. So you want to create a new project. New project is nothing but a new repository. So for example, the repository is create a project, blank project, and the project name DS tester 6. It's in public repository. For example, create a project. Okay, you see, DS text 6 is created. The branch is main branch. The branch is so main branch. So I want to create the new branches. Click here, new branch. The branches are environment, mm, development. Okay, next environment integration. Create the branch. Okay, so I'm creating another branch here branch. So we have a branches development integration main. Now I want to create another branch called as a so environment production. So environment, so production. So now I want to create another branch called as a new branch is feature future one. What is that branch? The branch is future 123 is created. Okay. Future 123 is created. Now you want to add a file in the new file. So the file name is abc.txt. This is new file. So commit the changes. Commit the changes. We can do same way in the local also, but I am seeing it in the remote. Okay. Yeah. Now how many branches? So we have future 123, development, integration, production. So these all are our environments. This is our main. Okay, these are our main. You created the future branch and you modified the code in the future branch 123. Future 123. Future 123. Now you want to create a merge request from future to development. What is that? New merge request from the branch is feature 123 to main. So you are adding the file from merging the files from feature 123 main. Compare and continue. Compare branch and continue. Okay. So you are merging from future 123 to main. Future 123 to main. Okay. Then create a merge request. Create a merge request. Create the merge request. Created the merge request. Now, how many changes we are changing? So ABC text is adding. This is the new file. You are adding in the. Now you are adding in the main branch. Okay. So for example, so you are trying to. I will tell you. Then you will understand. What is this? So this is our development environment. This is our testing environment, and this is our production environment. So you created a branch called as a future 123 branch. Now you merge the code to the, so what is that branch? Development branch. Dev branch, QA branch, and prod branch. Okay. And we have a main also. What is that? So this is the main. What this branch is? This branch is main branch. Okay. So whatever you developed the code to future 123 dev. So from dev to integration, you need to create the MR. You need to create the MR. Okay. So, so in the main, you have already in the whatever the dev code is there in the that dev code will be there in the main. So how you can merge that one? Now the changes into the future 1 to 2. So sorry. So development branch from development branch to main branch, we need to merge the MR. Now future branch having a main 1 to 3. Okay. Or something like I want to merge it to the dev, but I forgot to merge it. So I directly merge it to the main. Okay, this is the way. So again, the changes need to go to the QA environment from main to QA and from main to prod. Okay, from main to QA and main to prod. So these changes are not yet merged to the QA and production. Again, so there is a issue in the production environment. There is a issue in the production environment, something like there is a bug. So how we can resolve this bug? Dhananjay? Immediate action we
Changing
need.
yeah,
Uh,
we
so how
changing
we
the
can?
feature.
Uh, So again,
Then we
so
change
you
in
can
the
create,
future
yeah.
branch.
Yes. No, we
Then
could
move
not
in the
change the
date.
future branches. So we already
Yes, yes.
that is deployed to the main, right? So there is a hotfix branch. What is that? Hotfix branch.
Hotfix
So
branch.
this branch, we need to push that code to dev, then to
Dev,
main,
dev to
then
main,
to
and to
QA,
QA and
then to prod. But
prod.
in the main, what are the codes are there? In the main, so we have a future and bug code is there. We have two codes are there, right?
Yes.
So two branches codes is there in the main branch. But I don't want to deploy this future branch. I want to deploy only the hotfix branch. So what you can do? So from here, right, you already merged this to hotfix branch to main. So here, so you can cherry pick. What is that? Cherry pick. Cherry pick is nothing but a specific commit or a specific branch merged to the QA and prod. QA and prod. So if you are merging from main to, so if you are merging from cherry pick, if you are merging from main to QA, main to MR, it will comes to two changes. It will come two changes, right? It will come two changes. But I don't want these two changes. I want to I want to deploy only the hotfix changes. So what you can do the cherry pick. So cherry pick, if you want to commit a particular changes to the particular repository, you can use the cherry pick. Cherry pick also one type of merge request, but it will cherry pick only the the particular branch changes to particular branch, particular branch to particular branch. Okay. So for example, this is the changes in the main. Okay. So again, in the DS6, I'm creating a new branch here from the main branch. So what is that? Mhm, that hotfix. What is the branch? Hotfix branch. The code, you created the hotfix branch and you added a code, new file. What is the file name? Hotfix.txt. What is that? Hotfix.txt. For example, this is the text. So I want to merge these changes immediately to the production branch, right? So for example, so what are the branches we have? Hotfix branch. So again, what is the procedure from hotfix branch to? We need to merge it to branch. No, merge request. So I want to create a merge request. What is this? I want to create a new merge request. Create a new merge request. So hotfix to main. What is this? Hotfix to main. Okay. Create a merge request. Now, so this is a revert. Revert is nothing but it will revert the changes from the main to hotfix branch. Cherry pick is nothing but cherry pick is one type of merge request. It will create the new merge request, particular changes. These changes only I want to deploy to the another branch. For that purpose, you can use the cherry pick command. I will tell you. So I'm creating a again merge request. So I want to deploy from main to, for example, main to, what is that, production environment. So if I merge from main to production environment, how many changes it will go? Dhananjay?
One hotfix.
No, no. So we already merged future branch changes and
Yes, yes.
we
Three
already
changes.
changed. Yeah, I will show you that. You see here. What is that? So future 1 to 3 also there, hotfix also there.
Hotfix
Okay.
also there.
So here you see we have a how many changes? Two changes. Okay. So we need to test it in the development environment. Now the changes are merged. Okay. So how many changes we have? Two changes. I don't want to create. Yeah, shit. So in the production, I will revert the changes. Yeah. How you can revert the changes? You can revert it from the which branch? So this is the production branch. I want to revert the changes from the production branch. I don't want to go the future branch changes under how you can do. So you can do the
Out.
revert. So it will revert the changes from the production batch. Okay. Now you see approve and merge. Now you see the changes are reverted. Reverted is nothing but red. Okay. Now it changes. The changes are reverted. So what you can go to the merge request. On top of you created a this merge request, right? Hotfix to main. Okay. I want to cherry pick these changes to cherry pick means whatever the changes are there, right? These changes only we can match. So cherry pick to the production. So cherry pick to the production branch. So cherry pick, you see? So the cherry pick, this cherry pick will grow only the hotfix branch changes. Let's see. You see hotfix changes. So this will go to the which branch, guys? Production branch. Now you understood cherry pick, how you can do the cherry pick?
Yes.
Understood? Cherry pick is nothing but you want to merge a particular changes to a particular branch. You can choose, you can create the cherry pick. Now it's cherry pick. Okay. So what are the changes? The changes is hotfix.txt. Understood?
Yes.
Guys, understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, very good. Yeah. So this is nothing but a cherry pick. This is nothing but a this is used to selectively pick up the certain commits and add them to the master branch. Now we added them to the not only a master branch, the other branches also. Create a test branch and create a few commits. Git checkout type and bit text. These are the commits. And to bring only C and E commits to the main. So git checkout master. Get cherry pick commit IDs. So in the local we can do same like. So in the remote we can do this same like. Understood? Guys, understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Now you understood the get cherry pick and reverting, resetting, reverting, forking, and right, and the rebase. You understood the rebase and link between local to remote and git stash, git cloning, right? So these are the basic commands. These are the basic commands. Understood? Yeah.
Yes.
If you want to reach out to me, so having any doubts, you can reach out to, yeah, you can reach out to, this is my mail ID. This is the mobile number.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep. Thank you so much, Dhananjay. All the best. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very
Now
much.
you understood, right? Basic level of
Yeah,
Git.
yeah. Yeah, I understand.